beer news.
Wow.
I rode a train today.
Wow.
I rode a train today.
Did you? Who can say that?
No.
Well, I got some theories.
Almost peed my pants today, but that's normal.
Different train. Hey, everybody. Welcome again to another episode here of the Wish You Were Beer Show. Thank you so much for stopping by. When we're not making train references or talking about trains, we drink a lot of beer. We do this every Thursday night live on the internet because we have zero self-esteem and we need friends.
Can't just talk about narrow gauges all the time. Narrow gauge railroads.
Oh, God.
I realized I had to specify.
I was like, I didn't realize you knew anything about 12 gauge barrels.
Nope. No,
Okay.
it was specifically about friends. But yeah, no, we would love more friends.
Yeah, please. Please be our friend. Unlike Gabriel, who apparently is not going to be here tonight, who is normally in our chat box. So,
something is more important.
yeah.
Which I can't. What would be more important than this?
Correct.
Every week I'm like, what's the most important thing I could be doing this week? And it's this show.
It is. Yeah.
Is that a real thought for you?
Yeah, every week.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like tongue in cheek, but I was like, God damn, I thought I was the only one.
I don't have a lot going on in my life. This is it.
If you do want to be our friends, we would appreciate it. You can find all of our friendship tags down there at the bottom where you can like and subscribe and hang out with us. So you can find us on Instagram.
I'm totally referring to them as friendship tags.
Yeah. Come on, we grew up in a time where friendship bracelets were a thing. Social media is just little friendship tags.
Hey, you want to be my friendship tag? You want to follow me on friendship?
Hey,
I read a thing.
Don't fuck around me. Friendship tags is going to catch on.
Yeah. I read a thing that whenever you send like memes or other gifts or, whatever to a friend, it's like penguins who do the pebbles where they bring pebbles as like courting, but it's basically like showing some version of affection. And it's like, oh, it's like, here, I'd like you to be my friend. I saw this and thought of you.
I love that we keep trying
and
to
I was
relate.
like, we're just pebbling.
No, we keep trying to relate social media problems to like beautiful animal kingdom things that they do. They are not.
Are you telling me that all the things that you send me are not because you thought of me while you were watching it?
No, it's because I want you to know I'm better at memes than you are. It's a full competition.
It's not. I don't really send much in return.
Every time you send me like a rose picture in the background that has a long spiel about how you feel about things.
That's
I'm like,
your mom.
Boy, you're the worst at memes.
No.
Did you read this thing about them putting up potentially like health hazard things on social media?
Yeah.
I'm actually not against it because I've had a lot of those. I've had to have a lot of those conversations.
I mean, but what is putting that thing up there really going to do? And then also, if I'm a social media manager, do I get like health bonuses now because I'm doing something dangerous?
Correct. I think the implications of it, the idea is always like, well, we're going to do this. But like the far reaching implications of it are like, well, fuck, we didn't think about that. Or, oh shit, now we got to offer insurance, mental health insurance for if you get wore out on it on the job.
Maybe not most.
Yeah, not for social media. Y'all can suck that up.
I mean, social media managers are already seen as like the dirt of a company for some reason. And now it's just like, well, now go smoke your cigarette and do your job. Like that's what basically it is.
I think we work in the same world then, because I have a lot of the same conversations. Fine, go smoke your cigarette. Just do the fucking job. Oh, God. Back to friendship tags, though.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're here for.
Again, if I keep throwing it out, the algorithm will keep finding it. Like, what is friendship tag?
Is a friendship tag like when you have someone's location on your phone? Is that a friendship tag?
That's a stalker tag.
Nope. Disagree, because I mean, Abby has my location, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I still have your location, Tiffany.
You do? Oh, I forgot. Lucky you.
Good. Maybe let me know sometimes because I don't know how to find it.
BS. You have my information. I don't do anything cool. And most of the time I'm like, I forgot to invite anyone. So if I'm out somewhere, please feel free
to come find me.
Yeah. Come find me.
That being said, if you want to find Tiffany's location, she also shares it on Instagram. We share it on X. You can find it at the wishyouwerebeershow.com as well. It's buried deep in there, so you got to go through every page for the extra clicks. Clickbait, bro.
No, it's only shared to people I know aren't going to be like, here's where Tiffany is. So.
Why you shared it with me then? Because now everyone has it again.
No. You'll keep your mouth shut.
But if you would like to find out where we drink beers individually and beers we've had on the show, and
just look at Tiffany's location on the weekends.
Just look at Tiffany's location. Yeah, she shares it everywhere, apparently.
Oh, she's at BBC again. What a surprise.
Hey.
Yeah, but they had these cool cups now. And it's like bubble letters, like they stick out.
It's like a mom applique.
No.
Did y'all go to Busch Gardens this weekend?
This is so good. Buy 4 shirts and get the location of a random Wish You Were a Beer Show member. I'm not against it. Not against it.
We could just put it up for purchase on the website. You know, just give it a price.
For $100, you get Tiffany's location for 24 hours, and she'll send you some old socks. Because I'm not doing it without the sock.
We got to make money somehow. That's, I think, our way.
But then do I get like a sock stipend?
We'll see. Depends on how successful it is.
Somebody might send the socks back with a stipend in them, but I don't think that's what you're looking for.
You trim my bangs.
Show's off to a great start.
Honestly, I could just do this for an hour, Phil. Let's just talk about random things that don't matter. But we do have a show to do. I'm as labeled in the box there, which I assume is visible across all platforms, but I've never seen the show. I'm Daniel. That's Tiffany. That is Phil. Tonight we're doing a fantastic beach beer. It is June. I don't know which portion of the country everyone is in, but there's very much a heat wave going on the East Coast currently. So a beach beer seemed appropriate for this week's show.
And today's the first day of summer.
Correct.
That's why I'm drinking this summer ale.
The hell is that?
It's the Liquid Escape. They brought it back.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's delicious. But that's not what we're drinking tonight.
No, we're not drinking that.
That's just me having one ahead of time.
That's just me drinking beer before we drink beer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to warm it up.
Well, so this beer should be served colder.
Beers.
We have a shirt for that.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny. I already forgot about that shirt.
I
feel like every time I see one of our like original shirts or like where you were making a shirt every fucking week, I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about that one.
Man, that was when I had some time.
Yeah, St. Martin was a rough tour for you.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah, that was back in that day when I had nothing really going on. Worked remote.
It was also like late COVID as well.
Yeah. I was looking for something to do, and it was
that's true.
Apparently designing terrible T-shirts every week.
Whoa! Do not undercut yourself, sir, because
they are all gems.
Yeah,
each and every one of them. Hell, we had a beer named after one, and that beer got submitted to the Great American Beer Festival. So
that's true. It makes me want to think a little bit more about the shirts I make because who knows?
Nope. Nope. It's way better when it's just off the cuff.
I just got an email today from the Great American Beer Festival talking about the tickets going on sale and all that stuff. And one of the things that they said down at the bottom of the email was, in the meantime, like get your crew together, make sure you reserve a hotel, and start planning your costumes.
Yep.
I didn't realize this was a costumed event.
I did not either.
What's the theme?
Beer?
I'd probably just beer. Yeah, I would assume in some capacity. But I've already worn a fantastic costume this year. Granted, there was an injury involved, but
you can clean the blood off of it, and then you.
I agree. Well, the headband's already been washed. That's the only part that was bloody. But Tiffany brought up a great point: is that if I go with suspenders and no shirt, there won't be a Wish You Were Beer Show logo anywhere in my costume, which is unfortunate.
You need to get the fanny pack, but it's probably going to be clear.
Or just a tattoo.
That's exactly what I said. I'm just going to get the Wish You Were a Beer Show logo right where it sits on the shirt, right down my chest.
I can see nothing wrong with this.
Can you imagine? I'm not Steve-O. I'm not getting a dick on my face from Post Malone. Like, it's at least under a shirt 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but then you got to shave your chest every time, and I don't.
Oh, he doesn't have chest.
Oh, sir.
He's over the age of 33 now. So.
You apparently don't follow us on Instagram because if you had a friendship tag of mine, you would have seen it. Full display.
I didn't know your tags were available.
Oh, a lot of skin tags available. I'm 40. My God.
So I guess we got to start planning our trip out to the Great American Beer Festival.
And apparently our Wish You Were Beer show costumes.
Oh, we're just all getting tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I've already thought about getting one anyway.
Mine's going to be a high ankle tattoo. I want something classy, something when I'm in heels. It's still visible, but not trashy.
I'm thinking like somewhere in the mid to lower back.
Oh, God. Now we're talking. Only if it's slightly above your underwear line.
It's going to be slightly off center, just to really throw people off.
If it's slightly above your underwear line, you constantly have to sort of drop your pants to show everyone the full thing, but not like, all the way. Yeah, I got time.
Yeah. I see no regrets.
Yeah, this is why I like just hashing it out live. We come up with some of the best things possible.
Yeah.
We'll carry through on all of them.
Yep.
This is the one. Not going to do it.
I mean, I have tattoos. I just got to think about where I'm going to put it.
My body is a temple, and I only put important things on it.
I mean, this is an important thing. Do you not consider this show important? We literally just talked about this. That's all we think about.
A dolphin slamming a beer on your ankle.
I like that a dolphin slamming a beer. Not just
yeah. It's not lightly sipping it. It's all the way straight up and down. Well, that being said, again, tonight we are going to do like a beach style beer with the weather being so warm and with the first day of summer, the summer solstice.
I mean, both things are true.
I grew up with a wicked list. That's a tough one for me to this day.
Summer solstice.
So don't rub it in my face that you're better at speech than I am. So we decided I didn't want to do like a Corona or something that is, I think, really advertised as a beach beer. So we're going to do a Landshark Lager instead, which, don't get me wrong, is still heavily advertised as like a party beach beer. But when you watch commercials in the summertime or anywhere else, you never see a Landshark commercial. But it's heavily distroed and very much a beach beer. It's an island style lager. Everything about it screams the beach, even the ABV. So it's been a while since we've had one of these. I'm excited to like try it again because everybody's drank one of these on the beach at some point or another. Yeah. I would assume.
I am excited about this one because I don't think I discovered Landshark until I moved out to California. And I remember when I did have it, the times I've had it out there, I wasn't a big fan, but this is also like when I drank Smirnoff Ices. So I don't know if I was the best judge.
I'm the best gauge.
Yeah. So I'm excited to kind of like revisit something that I literally haven't ordered because I remember once when I was younger ordering it and not liking it.
Yep.
Or like not, it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just remember being like, no, I'd rather have a Corona or I'd rather have something similar. Landshark was never on my list. It was never one that I went for. So I'm excited to kind of revisit it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm sure it'll be different. I mean, now just based off of age alone or more experience in beer, like it'll definitely be different. I don't have any qualms with this beer that I remember, but you're gonna fuck around and find out.
We have the date it started, right? That's a trivia.
We have the what?
The date it started.
I emailed you trivia. Yes,
I know.
So you should.
I saw it.
You should have memorized it by now. I was
sitting there with you while we did it. I can't remember. Anyway, it started later than I thought it had. Like I thought it was a beer that we had in our fridge growing up.
Yeah,
but
it was not.
I don't think that's.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
I remember watching that sketch on SNL, the Landshark sketch on SNL on like VHS SNL tapes. I had like best of from like the 70s or something, and it's my only memory of it.
It's fantastic. Yeah. That being said, with doing Landshark tonight, we are also going to be playing trivia. Yes. It's not a full-blown trivia show, so calm down, huge ass. But we are going to be doing trivia, so if you're familiar with the trivia portion of the show, We do it through Kahoot, so you can see the pin down at the bottom of the screen right now. Go to kahoot.it, put in the game pin, or if you have the app, you can also put in the game pin there. If you'd like to make a team name that's beach-oriented or Landshark-oriented, something clever, something fun, because you might fuck around and win trivia one time, and it's going to end up on a shirt. So enjoy the huge ass shirt, huge ass. What are Phil? Are you okay?
Did you see my light keeps changing colors for some reason? It went from warm to cold and back, and so it's just throwing me off.
Okay.
And then as I was sitting here, so normally I'm right in front of my window of my bedroom, and I normally just always have the blinds closed because like you got to pay to see this.
Yeah, naturally.
I had the blinds open today because there was so much nice light coming in, and I just looked over at my neighbor. He's got this neon Coors Light sign.
Fucking gold.
I was like, man, that's nice.
You hang out with him yet? You know this person yet?
No, I'm gonna show him the goods now and see if he wants to be friends.
Just two dudes hanging out in robes.
Just hanging
Seeing
out.
what develops.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I always think of like the person who was like allowed to have the neon Coors like light in their house, and like, who is this person? Because it's like these are tiny apartments. Like, I get it if it's in your garage, but like this is like in this dude's living room.
It is dedicated.
Yeah.
He's single. Is what that boils down to.
100%, yeah.
Because when I was single, I wasn't dedicated to anything. That's the idea. Like, fuck it. I like this movie once for 5 minutes. Let's plaster the wall with advertisements for it. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Olsen twins, Molly Sims.
That's all you need. It ends there.
And Fight Club posters. Welcome to 20-year-old dating.
Because you got to have a shirtless Brad Pitt up on your wall and have it not.
You got to outweigh Molly Sims.
Yeah.
And otherwise, everyone.
No, it's a tough movie. It has nothing to do with him being sweaty and beat up.
Correct. It's not just where I jerk off. I also like film.
Really
I'm also a big film guy.
My senior project in high school, I just did a film analysis.
Was it on Brad Pitt shirtless?
No, it was just on Fight Club.
You don't even know what Fight Club's about.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
All right, fair enough. All right, so again, play trivia. Go ahead and log in. Come make a dumbass team name. Again, it could end up on a shirt somewhere. We are going to be talking about Landshark Lager tonight. So if you do know anything about Landshark Lager, some of the trivia is based around of it. Some of it is also based around whatever the hell I wanted to write about. So
it's kind of a summer beer trivia.
Yeah, it's kind of a summer beer trivia, but obviously if we're doing Landshark, there's some Jimmy Buffett in there and a couple other things. But that should be a given if you're even remotely familiar with this beer. So there's a good chance you know every single one of these questions. You know, huge ass. Like you're not just going to mop the floor with everyone, but that's fine.
All right.
Came in from behind.
Oh, ew. I see what you did there.
Let's do some trivia.
All right.
Sorry.
So again, we are playing trivia tonight. Landshark Lager. We got Sharks, no Jets.
Not yet.
Shark Sherpa, Baby Shark, and Landshark. Baby Shark, Landshark should make one team. Just remember, like we talk about every week with Kahoot, it's not only about getting the right answer, but getting it faster than everyone else that got the right answer. So go with your gut. Don't play little games. Don't pretend
Minus this game. You should play this
don't
game.
pretend like it's a work meeting. Go with your first choice. And also, you can join Kahoot at any time during the show. You don't have to join it initially. So
Son
if you
of
come
a
in,
beach.
son of a beach. Perfect Buffett reference. I appreciate that. So you can join at any time. So if you get here a little bit late or you haven't made your team yet, again, depends at the top of the screen. Start figuring it out.
We ready?
I got to burp first, and then I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, already burped before I said that, so I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Let's remember what this shit is. God, I love how excited you are for that. Phil, I could pay you weekly just for that one section. All right, so Landshark Lager got its name from what famous Jimmy Buffett song? Margaritaville, Come Monday, Fins, or It's 5 o'clock somewhere?
Fins.
It is Fins. I don't know, and forgive me for not knowing this about you, Phil. Tiffany, I know it about you. You've never heard a Jimmy Buffett song.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Margaritaville.
Are you a big Parrot head, Phil? Is this like in your...
You know what? Based on where I've lived and where I currently live, I should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. No,
okay.
I don't, I'm one of those, if I'm a little drunk and Margaritaville comes on, I'm there, I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm not like, turn it off, but have I ever popped on a Buffett album? No.
Yeah, see, I think I'm in the same boat. Like, I respect the hell out of that man for everything that he accomplished musically and elsewhere. But same idea. Like, if it's on and I'm on a beach somewhere, I'm like, this is exactly what should be playing.
Yeah, turn it up.
Turn it up. But if I'm in the living room watching a crime documentary, I'm never like, I can go for some Buffett right now.
Why are you watching it and listening to music at the same time?
I was talking about Warren Buffett. I'm always playing Jimmy Buffett. Trick question. Sometimes I feel like you don't even know me.
It's fine.
I'm pretty sure that as tomorrow I'm going to play a Jimmy Buffett album now. Now I have to. I'm gonna have to go, front to back, listen to a Jimmy Buffett album. So
no, that's the proper wipe. I just wanted to make sure you were still talking about Jimmy Buffett. What? Say what now? So no, this is, if you're not familiar with Fins, it has a very famous line in it referencing men that are trying to woo women and calling them land sharks. Listen to the damn song. If you haven't heard Fins, it's a great song. It's extremely catchy. And it's a clever hook and a clever reference.
Sharks, not jets.
Am I missing that team name? Is there like a reference there that I should know?
Really?
Yeah.
Jet?
So it has to do with uncomfortably snapping live on the internet? I don't understand. Phil, I'm so happy you went like this.
This is what they do. They fight on the streets and they snap and they dance.
It makes me so happy that you did that. Like, fucking really? Did we not go to the same theater school?
You're all by yourself.
I live on an island. I'm used to it.
Musical theater fan?
Oh, I got some theories.
Music theory.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is good.
I'm on top of it tonight for some reason. I'll keep up with the
Hope you're on top of it later. All right, Sharks Not Jets.
Tired.
Leading the way. Let's get into question 2. All right, Jimmy Buffett was a renowned songwriter, but he also had a degree in what?
Oh, look at this thing.
Journalism, economics, art history, or music theory?
Did not realize this was the next question.
Now you know.
Oh, no one got this one right.
It wasn't the right answer, by the way. The music theory. That was not a hint.
Yeah. So
only one of you fell for it.
Yeah. It is crazy though. He did have a degree in journalism, and if you know anything about him, he also had several top-selling books. He was a fantastic writer, obviously, just based off of his lyrical content, but also his ability to write in general and document things in general. His what's the one where he writes it himself? Biography or autobiography? Thank you, Jesus Christ. His autobiography is really interesting if you haven't read it. He was extremely well traveled and a really sharp dude to be writing like beachy party music. Just something he enjoyed, minus what he actually knew or what he was actually good at, which is a lot of fun. I like that personality because I think about Phil all the time. Like,
checks out.
like really easy going, comes off like a lot of fun, but he's also really intelligent. Like, does that make sense?
What?
Like, you never like get an air of Phil like, oh, I'm Dartmouth graduated or whatever, because he's not. But
Wait, which way do you wipe?
we might have a shirt on our website for that, actually. I wouldn't put it past this.
We will be next week. Next week there will be one.
This is the show that
Yeah.
we're gonna make one with.
True story, Abby. His the children's books that he wrote with his daughter are fantastic compared to other children's. Like he was a sharp dude.
It's incredible what he did with Margaritaville and the business, or whoever brought the business idea, whether it was him or not.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I pass these cruise ships every day when I drive across the bridge here, and there's a Margaritaville cruise ship. Like, it's insane.
The Margaritaville cruise ship is relatively newer. I almost put that one in here. That one hasn't been around. That one's handled by his trust, technically. But Jimmy Buffett at the time of his death was worth $600 million, and most of that was Margaritaville, not actual music, which is fucking crazy.
I mean, there's a Margaritaville in Capitola.
Yeah, 100%.
Wild. Imagine if there's like I'm just trying to think of like a modern day version of this, and I just don't think we see this anymore.
I think it's Dana White from the UFC who took something, and that's a random connection, but he really took something that was just, a bunch of dudes fighting each other. Like, every dude in the world will love this, took it underground, and then built a whole weird-ass brand on it. Now there's whole bars across the country that are set up just to do that, there's intermediate stuff, low-level, high-level stuff. He just did the same thing, but with, like, a beach theme instead of fucking grunt bullshit alpha male stuff.
Just go back to Roman Empire.
None of those dudes are doing stuff.
No,
I just went for
checks out, Kevin. I wipe left to right, just like the Army taught me. These are my medals from Army, mother.
No one got it right, so we're good. We all are.
Yeah.
Next.
Kahoot. All right. According to Delish.com, what's the best summer beach beer of 2024? Kona Longboard, Landshark Lager, Corona, or Bell's Oberon Ale?
Is your favorite beach beer on this list?
No.
Yeah, mine neither.
Yeah. So this is an interesting one because
that is a good wheat ale, though.
It's a fantastic beer. I would never think, you know what? Me and everyone are going to the beach. Let me get a crazy, like I'd say high-end craft beer. No, not ABV, okay. But like Bell's. Like a craft beer kind of mecca in some capacity. Yes. That's never on my radar when I'm going to the beach.
I think that there comes to when you go to the beach, I think it depends on how you go to the beach, right? So there's I'm going to go to the beach, sit on it, have one or two beers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe then I want a Bell's.
Sure.
But my idea of a beach beer is like bring in the whole freaking cooler and how many beers can I fit in it? And in that instance, don't give me Bell's.
Dude, he said we drink different. I was like, I know.
Very aware of that.
Although I hate to say it, but the seltzer game, like the Topo Chicos, that shit's delicious. If we're going to the beach and I'm trying to like not be bloated because I'm in a bathing suit, which means I'm mostly uncovered.
Be loaded.
Yeah, man, those seltzers, they're good.
They are good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the seltzer game for the beach, but I thought this one was interesting with Bell's because this is historically listed on like multiple platforms. So I cherry picked Delish.com because it was written well versus some of the other variations of this. But Bell's Oberon Ale showed up on almost every single one as one of the best beach beers for multiple years, not just this year. And remember that stupid fucking label? It looks like somebody's 5-year-old drew a sun.
It's the sun, yeah.
It sucks.
But worst. I mean, Well, okay, so
The beer is great, but when you
Yeah.
pass in the grocery store, you're like, oh, great. If I wanted my kids' art, I'd fucking throw it in the trash off the fridge.
I love that I couldn't picture what the artwork on that can was, but the second you said that, I was like, oh, that fucking thing. Like, I knew exactly which one you were talking
Why don't you put a fish underneath of it, too? Who fucking... Let's get the mallet back on the show. I want to trash all of his high-level beers.
Yeah, that is the plan. I mean, clearly it's not working for them, so we need to
No.
help.
Well, so this brings me to a legitimate question. We're doing good on time. So, well, one, let's see who got this. Let's see who's in the
no one
lead
got
now.
it right.
No one got it right.
Still
Perfect.
Sharks, not Jets.
I love that 2 questions in a row, no one's gotten right. That
Yeah.
makes me happy as a
You
person.
have the streak. Look at you.
I don't think so. I changed hands.
Yeah, he
Like
didn't
a magic marker.
left to right.
Left to right, like the army taught me. Well, never mind. You're right. We'll get into it after trivia. Let's keep going.
All right. We got questions.
All right. In conjunction with Jimmy Buffett's trust, what brewery owns Landshark? Is it AB, Coors, Molson, or Sapporo?
Clearly, Molson.
In theory, people know what AB is, right? It's Anheuser-Busch.
This is a beer show. I don't have time for
I
you to
just
be
feel
ignorant.
like maybe I should specify that just in case.
Correct.
I know
It definitely is Anheuser-Busch. So when you look up, this beer was originally brewed as a collaboration between Jimmy Buffett. And if you look on the label itself, it still says Margaritaville Brewing Company, but it says St. Louis, Missouri. Margaritaville is not in St. Louis, for the record. So the original collaboration was brewed in Florida. But once AB bought it, obviously, they moved everything to St. Louis so they could mass distro it and really do good things for the brand in regards to getting it throughout the country. Slap a fish on it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just always think it's funny every time I see one of these since AB bought them and it says Margaritaville Brewing Company, St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, that's my
Nothing-
first thought. When I think
Yeah,
of
nothing really makes me think of fucking Margaritaville and a beach and toes in the sand like St. Louis, Missouri.
It's a different kind of sand there.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that sand.
Nope.
That is a ground up heroin tears. Little mortar and pestle.
Okay.
So we got some people got this one right. So that means
Yeah.
this score is about to change drastically.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, the scores themselves will change, but the order may not.
Let's find out.
It's like Schrodinger's box.
Ooh.
Order did not change. Oh my God, look at that.
Look at you.
Look at that. Son of a beach.
Son of a bitch. Boy,
All
Baby
right.
Shark really blowing this one. You better have a nipple in your mouth. That's the only excuse for fucking this up that hard.
Next.
All right, Margaritaville was founded in Key West, Florida in what year? 1981, 1985, 1989, or 1993?
85.
It was 85, and the only reason I cherry picked this one, that's very quick, simple question, is because 2 good things happened in 85.
Margaritaville and
And my dad came and
And
my mother 9 months prior.
well, that probably wasn't in 85 though.
No, that was an 84.
9 months later. I didn't say it was in 85.
Could have been.
I was born in 1985. Sorry to ruin this for the internet. I know there's been a big Reddit thread about the Wish You Were Beer show and how old I am. Born in 85. We can squash that now. Huge ass on Reddit also got that right somehow. Fucking
Huge ass
crazy.
knows shit.
Yes.
Just stalking you.
Well, huge ass knows a lot about shit.
Hugh is stalking you. He has your location.
I shared it with him. All right.
Forgot about this.
Oh,
Shark
Shark
Sherpa.
Sherpa.
Sharks not Jets. Fell
Mm.
apart in that one.
Finally snapped off time. Got booed off the
That's
oh.
one.
True or false? Key West sarcastically succeeded from the United States in 1982.
Oh, interesting.
I love the Bugs Bunny camp.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm excited to hear why it sarcastically succeeded.
Oh, this is honestly, if you want to do a deep dive on how weird the Conch Republic is, read the whole background on the Conch Republic. But yes, they sarcastically succeeded from the United States in 82. The military came down there and cut off and put a barricade up to keep drug trafficking and illegal immigration out of the Keys, which in turn hurt tourism there exponentially because there's only one road in and one road out. So they made a whole video talking about how they were basically Cuba at this point and breaking bread over people's heads, sent it to the United States government as a joke, but then succeeded and became the Conch Republic for almost 10 months, operating as a sovereign state. So the government finally goes, fuck, all right, we get it. Yeah, okay. They open it back up, let everybody keep coming back in and out of there. Tourism goes up through the roof because now it was on the news. It was a big story. It was XYZ. Several years later,
Margaritaville is founded.
Several years later, the Navy is going to do a test war operation, and they negated to tell the people in the Keys that that's where they were doing it. So all of a sudden, Navy warships from America show up in the fucking Keys doing a test run like wartime shit. So then the Conch Republic took all their boats out at the Navy ships and launched water balloons at them and threw bread at them to the point to where the actual military responded back to its leaders and said, you didn't fucking tell these people we were going to be here doing this? That's a fuck up on you.
I would love to see the captain who has to make that call.
Amazing.
Just like the Pentagon of like, hey, sir.
The Conch Republic history is riddled with so much fun of like one dude who was there for 30 to 40 years going, you know what we're going to do? Let's launch some water balloons at them. Fuck it. Let's drink some beers, throw some water balloons at them.
Yeah, I think the decision was drink a lot of beers and then let's throw.
Yep.
Like they didn't come up with that till after a few beers. If I know Key West, that's definitely what happened.
Checks out.
Yeah, there's microplastics.
There's a 7-mile bridge in Key West that was later annexed by the military 10 years later as well for all kinds of dumbass reasons. However, the Conch Republic is still recognized and still shows up in several world leader events. They have a member that shows up every time as the Conch Republic just to represent the Keys. It's
amazing.
fantastic.
I'm not against especially like the environmental ones because they are definitely going to
This is not environmental.
They're going to feel the effects way faster.
It's a dude that throws ham at people as they talk.
Okay.
Because he's the Conch Republic. He's drunk when he got there, and I fucking love it.
And he just carries ham around.
I'm sure no one takes that seriously.
Anywhere that Hemingway took a toilet out of a fucking
podium,
bar.
third place.
Oh, sorry.
Landshark.
Yeah.
Son of a beach.
And the winner of this week's trivia is
Obviously.
Shark Sherpa. Damn.
Well done.
Do sharks get cold?
Jets fell
not-
hard.
I don't think so. No,
It's not important.
based on where they swim usually.
Yeah, I assume a Sherpa. I assume a Sherpa is a coat.
Sure.
Okay, good.
Sure.
I just imagine a little shark wearing a little coat.
Where do you think is beer?
Yeah, let's talk about it. We got time this week, and we haven't reviewed a beer in fucking forever.
Turn down your volume because here it comes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. Finally got that nipple out of her mouth. Go to bed.
All right. Tonight we are reviewing Landshark Lager. And
I also have a bottle of it.
yeah,
Great.
Landshark. We're doing beach beers. I've been drinking it, and I'm. We'll see. Let's talk. Tell me what you think of this beer.
Okay, I'll start then because I have no issue with this beer.
Okay.
I think this is basically exactly what it needs to be from an ABV standpoint, from a light standpoint. It's not quite a Bud Light. There's a twinge, which is a word.
Tinge?
No, twinge. It's different.
Twinge, yeah.
Of lime. You get a little bit of that like islandy,
I
limey,
couldn't tell if that was from the
like flavor. No.
mine was lemongrass summer ale, and I
It's
can't
it's
figure it out.
definitely in here. It's part of the island style lager. Again, this beer is made to be just fucking murdered on the beach. Like they only sell it in 12 packs, which I think is their biggest mistake for going to the beach because
they've gotten a 6-pack here. Oh, you mean for more?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think 12 is the largest pack you can buy it in. You should put this in a 30 rack like Narragansett for beach beers alone. Because again, if it's 100 degrees, I'm in the sun, I can drink 4.5 percenters all month.
They have cans, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
By the way,
the can.
PSA, don't take glass to the beach.
It's just sand. It all just goes back together.
Yeah.
And bare feet.
Lightning and sand make glass. I'm just returning it to its owner.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I have no problem with this beer. I think this is a beer that I 100% take for what it is. I'm not going to give this one hop notes. It's a 2-row caramel malt. It like we can go into the specs of it, and it's done well to be distroed that heavily in this large scale. There's not a problem with how the beer is made. It's just again not a beer that I'm going to be like Sunny D, purple stuff, Landshark.
Yeah.
But for the beach, gold. So honestly, for a beach beer, for me, that's solid 4. I could drink this shit in 30 racks all day on the beach. On the beach. That's my disclaimer.
Okay.
Okay.
Tiffany, what are your thoughts?
Well, sorry, my device hasn't finished installing sync icons.
I don't know. So I do think so. Again, I had a lemongrass summer ale right before this, and I can't tell. I also haven't been drinking a lot of this yet, but I can't tell if that flavor is fixing this beer or if the beer actually has like the right citrus, like not citrus, but that like the lemongrass or like lime, that like I don't know, that citrusy-ish flavor.
Yeah.
But to Daniel's point, I do think that this is like I'm gonna grab this over a Corona. Like if we're talking like beach beers. But like am I gonna seek this out over like a PBR or bringing seltzers to the beach? Nah.
Fair.
So 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of you on this one. I would take a Corona over this any day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's something about it. It's funny that it actually is very similar to when I first drank it, where there's just something that just kind of sits on the tongue on it that I don't love. And when I think of like a beach beer, I either want something that I can drink like 15 of, like just like a Coors Light, just like something that's just like water, because it's just like you can drink them all day. You don't think you're drunk, then you've had like too many, and then all of a sudden you're just hammered.
Yeah.
This to me is much more of a grabbing a chair, sitting, having like 2 or 3, and then just like, calling it a day.
Okay.
I couldn't drink this all day just because I think it's got this like something on it that just kind of is lingering in my mouth too long. So for me, it's just like, it depends. Like sitting and watching the sunset, having a Landshark, great. But do I want like more than that? I think actually the 6-pack is actually the correct thing for me with a Landshark.
Okay.
Just because like even right now I've had half of it and I'm like, nah, I don't really want more. So
I've been slow to drink this one.
Yeah, it just doesn't do much for me, and I would take one of the other ones over it just because when I think of a beach beer, I just think of something that's just like super refreshing, super easy to drink. Just you're in the hot sun, you just kind of want like a watery, simple beer. And Landshark almost has a little too much flavor in it. It's got a little just too much something in it that's just not sitting right for me.
That's fair.
So I don't think it's a bad beer. It's just for a beach beer, it's not my favorite. So I'm I'm going 3.25 to be honest.
So I think that puts us at 3.5 then.
Yeah. Or yeah, is that what that is?
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
we have
Tiffany
scores.
split the distance.
More or less, yeah.
Like she always does.
Boy,
Boy,
that's a low score for us.
yeah, it is. Well, it's because
But
y'all don't know anything about beer, but
oh, okay.
I mean, for
No.
me, it's like what we always say. We have to compare it to other beers in the same realm. And to me,
no, 100%.
this one's just it's a good beer, but there's so many like much better kind of just beach beers, you know.
Like Bell's Oberon.
Oh, all about the Oberon.
Can we please pitch a show soon to the Mallet about doing all Bell's beers and just rifle through all of them? And
We
just
gotta like
shit all
let
over 'em?
him know that that's what we're gonna do, though, because
Trust me, he watches the show weekly. He knows.
we can't like bring him on and then do the same thing we did last time. That's
No.
we gotta do like a sandwich, a shit sandwich. We gotta put something good in the middle.
We gotta put a
first.
shit sandwich
It's
in the
shit
middle.
bread, but we gotta at least build him up a little bit in the middle.
I do like Modelo
I do like
as a
Modelo.
beach beer
Yeah.
as well.
I can't remember what Corona tastes like. I know I shit on it like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I'll
There's-
throw that disclaimer
Yeah,
out.
that's the thing. It's like you name Modelo, Corona, those are way above this to me. So it's just like, yeah, this would not be on my choice.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's called Landshark. Does that help?
Well, that helps in the initial one when you're like, oh, cool, Landshark, I'll take that. And then you have it and you're like, no, I'm good now.
So it's
And
a
then if it's
one-off.
not your jam, then yeah, fuck, whatever.
Name doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Valid.
Now, if you were just swinging into the like a 7-Eleven convenience store, just getting some beers before you go to the beach, which one are you grabbing? Of those kind of simple, convenience store beers.
It's always tricky for me because I'm with your school of thought on the labeling of things. And again, that's why I think Landshark does well with this compared to some other brands, is because if I go in, let's say I don't drink craft beer at all, and I'm just going in to get some beer for the beach. You put a fucking shark on it in a clear bottle, and it's a yellow beer. Guess what? That's probably where I'm living. Compared to a Corona. A Corona, I got to buy limes based off their advertising. I got to thumb it in there. I don't have that kind of time on the fucking beach. You know what I mean? If I'm on the beach, I'm thumbing something else, and it ain't a lime.
Your nose?
Sure.
A sandcastle.
Don't lie to the internet about what I'm thumbing on the beach. But
Not me.
I don't know who's upset at me then. That is too bad. Barely had one too many land sharks and thumbed a stranger on the beach. Son of a bitch. God, I thought you were upset that day. I thought it was about the thumb thing, but it was probably because I was thumbing somebody else's lady. 36 land sharks in. That is too bad.
So what beer are you grabbing then?
What? Hold on. Nah, it's not empty enough. I was trying to bring it all the way back to trains, like the first part of the show.
Almost had it.
It's not there.
Don't have it.
Honestly, when we go to the beach, we do a lot of seltzers, in all honesty.
Sorry. Sorry, y'all.
They're light, they're easy, they're like high carbonation, so it's really refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it's a punch in the face that makes it feel like you're being hydrated when you're not.
Yeah.
I always find out about it later.
Yeah.
What? There's sugar in here?
Holy shit. I've been pissing kidney stones since we left the beach. How many sugars were in there?
You mentioned the Topo Chico. Is that your go-to seltzer for the beach?
I do like Topo
Yeah.
Chicos. Are those ones we just had? We had other ones. I don't know. It's usually whatever draws my eyes, and because I always go, I don't remember which ones
Again.
I like.
Yeah.
Whatever draws
Like,
your eye.
I don't remember which ones. Or then I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, Truly, if I think Truly's a little available, then I'm like, fuck, I don't even know what flavor I like. And there's all these different variety packs. So I'm sitting there trying to figure it out with like the door open. Daniel's yelling at me like, pick some beer. So I don't know. But Topo Chico, I do remember that I've liked most of their flavors, if not all of them.
Yeah.
So that's like, if that's available, I'll just grab that. It's a lot less thinking.
PBR is usually an easy one for me when we go to the beach. If I just do want a beer, we'll just grab a bunch of PBR and throw it in the cooler.
Nice.
You spend a lot of time at the beach. You've lived there for 19 years at this point.
Yeah.
Different beaches.
It's rude boys, though.
It's all rude boys?
All rude boys all the time. I'm a Corona, or I even love a Coors Light at the beach.
Yeah.
You know, I just like a nice little watered down, refreshing beer that you can drink a lot of. You know, that's probably more my style.
I can live with Coors Light at the beach 100%. My only concern is their advertising. Because if the mountains aren't blue, so I'm at the beach, it's 100 degrees, and I'm working off of a cooler.
Yeah.
And I open it up, and they're not quite blue. I'm like, well, everything about their advertising tells me it's not cold enough. It was brewed cold. I should have kept it colder
Do you think people are thinking through that?
Well, I guess I'm the only one that has a problem.
Daniel's big on advertising. Yeah, like I am on cans. You know?
Still talking about advertising?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about wiping left to right.
These are my medals from Army, mother.
Well, let's end on that note. That was a good show. Are we doing this again next week, or is this the last
I fucking hope not, but I think we are.
We are doing this again next week. I think we're doing San Andreas. Did we decide on that one?
Nope. That wasn't a decision made publicly, but now it has been.
Well, it may be that one. I'm going to reach out to them. That's if I remember the reminder that I set for myself for tomorrow morning.
Next week, we're doing bath salts and beer. We're going to see who gets out of frame first.
No, thank you.
I'm going to do an ending on this one. See you next week.
See you, boo.
Oh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe with our friend tags.
Friendship tags.
Definitely be our friend tags.
Can we please make a QR code that reads as friendship tag?